Good morning, students. This is your economics online class. We are discussing the 9th chapter, Fiscal Economics. In the last class, we completed about GST, advantages of GST, and its nature, and public debt, types of public debt, and causes for the increase in the public debt. Today, in this video, we have to continue the budget. Okay, budget and types of budget, and union budget, and also the state budget, then types of budget in detail. The word budget is said to have its origin from the French word bucket. So this will be asked in your 1 mark. Okay, this is came from French word bucket, which refers to a small bag. Okay, small leather bag. Okay, the budget is an annual financial statement which shows the estimated income and expenditure of the government for the forthcoming financial year. For the government's forthcoming financial year, they want to discuss about or estimate about the income and expenditure of the government. This is called as budget. Okay, the definitions about budget. Rennie Stone, according to Rennie Stone, it is a document containing a parliamentary approval plan. Okay, parliamentary approved plan of public revenue and expenditure. Okay, he said about this is the document. Okay, so in a French word bucket, we know that, isn't it? So what refers to bucket? A small leather bag. So in this small leather bag containing a document. What document? About the parliamentary approved plan of public revenue and expenditure. What about they are going to do? Income and expenditure from their revenue. So second definition, Bastable said the budget has come to mean the financial arrangements of a given period. Okay, given period, the financial arrangement did by the government, with the usual implication that they have been submitted to the legislature for approval. So they decided about the income and expenditure of forthcoming year, so that they want to get approval from the parliament. So the financial minister has to bring a leather bag. It contains a approval paper, okay, which is a document containing a parliamentary approval plan. So this is the two definition given about budget. Understood? Union budget and state budget. India is federal economy. Hence, public budget is divided into two layers of the government. According to the Indian Constitution, the central government has to submit annual financial statement. It is union budget under Article 112 to the Parliament, and each state government has to submit the same for the state in the Legislative Assembly under the Article 202. Okay, so here the India is a federal economy. We have federal economy, so that the public budget is divided into two layers. Okay, two layers of the government, which is center and state. So central government has to submit annual financial statement about income and expenditure, okay, from their revenue. So according to the Article 112. Such a way the state government also has to submit their legislative assembly the budget in their legislative assembly, Article 202. So this is union and state budget. Understood? So India is a federal economy, so that the public budget is divided into two layers. They are central budget and state budget. Understood? Central budget coming under Article 112, as well as the state government budget coming under the Article 202. So next one is types of budget. The types of budget here given: revenue and capital budget. So what is revenue and capital budget? On the basis of the expenditure on revenue account and other accounts, okay, on the side of expenditure. So a budget can be presented in two ways. So one is revenue budget. The revenue budget consists of revenue receipt and revenue expenditure. Whatever revenue collecting by government, which is they keeping the receipt, okay, receipt from the collected institution or any private and public sectors. So, and the revenue expenditure, whatever expenditure managed by the government from their revenue. So that it consists of, the revenue budget consists of revenue expenditure as well as the revenue receipt. Moreover, the revenue receipt can be categorized into tax revenue and non-tax revenue. So we know that the tax revenue and non-tax revenue. So it consists of the two. The revenue expenditure can be categorized into planned revenue expenditure and non-planned revenue expenditure. See here, the revenue budget is divided into two. What are they? Revenue receipt and revenue expenditure. So like that, revenue receipt can be categorized into tax revenue and non-tax revenue. And revenue expenditure can also categorized into planned revenue expenditure and non-planned revenue expenditure. So this is called revenue budget and capital budget. It consists of capital receipt and capital expenditure. Like revenue budget, the capital budget also consists of receipt and capital expenditure, capital receipt and capital expenditure. In this case, the main sources of capital receipts are loans, advances, etc. So, on the other side, the capital expenditure, which is can be categorized into planned capital expenditure and non-planned capital expenditure, like revenue budget. Okay. The third one is supplementary budget. During the time of war emergencies and natural calamities like tsunami, flood, earthquake, etc., the expenditure allotted in the budget provisions are not always enough. Okay. So not like expected expenditure will be happen. So under these circumstances, a supplementary budget can be presented by the government to tackle these unforeseen events. So this is supplementary budget. So government to make or tackle these unforeseen events, they want to create supplementary budget. Okay, this is called supplementary budget. This is happening in the emergency time. Understood? Then vote on account. What is vote on account? Under Article 116 of the Indian Constitution, the budget can be presented in the middle of the year. Okay, in the middle of the year, suppose they make any budget means which is coming under Article 116. So this is vote on account. Okay, the reason may be political in nature. Okay, depends upon the political condition. The vote on account may be happen in the middle of the year. The existing government may or may not continue for the year. Suppose the government dissolved. The existing government may or may not continue the year on account of the fact that the election are due. Then the government places the lame duck budget. So this also called vote on account budget. So depends upon the political situation, the vote on account will be happen in the middle of the year. Understood? This will be asked in your 1 mark. So that lame duck budget managed by the government, okay, in the middle of the year. So this is also called vote on account budget. Okay, components of budget. Next we have to move the components of budget. What are the components? They are given one flow chart about components of budget. See here, the component budget is divided into two. One is budget receipt, another one is budget expenditure. Then revenue receipt, capital receipt. Budget receipt divided into revenue receipt and capital receipt. And the revenue receipt divided into two, which is tax receipt and non-tax receipt. The capital receipt divided into three. What are they? Recovery of loans, borrowing and other liabilities, and disinvestment. So another side, budget expenditure. It is also divided into two: revenue expenditure and capital expenditure. From the revenue expenditure, plan expenditure will be there and non-plan expenditure will be there. Capital expenditure is divided into two like that: plan expenditure and non-plan expenditure. Already I taught this. Yes? Okay. Then the vote on account budget is a special provision by which the government get permission from the parliament to incur expenditure on necessary items till the budget is finally passed in the parliament. Okay? If anything happen in the middle of the year, the political situation and uncertainty happen there. So any political party is dissolved, so that the special provision by the government gets permission from the parliament. For what? For incurring expenditure on the necessary item till the budget finally passed in the parliament. So that the legal permission of both the houses. What houses? Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So both the houses of the parliament for the withdrawal of money from the consolidated fund of India to meet the requisite expenses till the budget is finally approved is known as vote on account budget. Okay, till the year, the decided year, the forthcoming unforeseen expenditure, they making budget, isn't it? So that till the year time period, they want to make all the expenditure, so that they want to get permission from the parliament. So the parliament for the withdrawal of the money from consolidated fund of India to meet the requisite expenses. So necessary expenses till the budget is finally approved is known as vote on account budget. This type of budget is generally sanctioned for not more than 2 months. Okay, so this is only sanctioned for 2 months, not more than 2 months. Zero based budget. Next one is zero based budget. The government of India presented zero based budgeting, which is ZBB. Okay, in short, ZBB, zero based budget. They started first in 1987 to 88. It involves a fresh evaluation of expenditure in the government budget. It assuming as a new item. Okay, the review has been made to provide justification or otherwise for the project as a whole in the light of the socio-economic objectives. They want to increasing and enhancing the socio-economic objectives which have been already set up for this project, and as well as in the view of the priorities of the society. They given priorities of the society. Performance budget. What is performance budget? When the outcome of any activity is taken as the base of any budget, such budget is known as performance budget. So that when the outcome of any activity is taken as the base, suppose any particular outcome they decided, and according to the outcome any activities taken by the government which is the base as their budget, such budget is called as performance budget. For the first time in the world, the performance budget was made in USA. The Administrative Reforms Commission was set up in the 1949 in America under Sir Hooper. This commission recommended making of a performance budget in USA. So that Sir Hooper Commission, they started the administrative reforms. Okay, Administrative Reforming Commission. So that in the performance budget, it is the compulsion of government to tell what is done. So the government should tell about what is did by them, how much they did. Okay, how much done. So how much done by them for the betterment of the people. So welfare of the people, how much they did and what they did. In India, the performance budget is also known as outcome budget. Okay, so in USA, the Administrative Reform Commission was set up in the 49 in America under the Sir Hooper. So that their commission recommended making a performance budget in USA. Followed USA, the India also following the performance budget. Understood? So what is the main essence on this budget? How much they did and what they did for the betterment of the people. This is the main aim. They performing the budget. So that in India, the budget is also known as outcome budget. Okay, performance budget is also known as outcome budget. This is sort of 1 mark. Okay. Then balanced budget versus unbalanced budget. What is balanced budget? Balanced budget is a situation in which estimated revenue of the government during the year is equal to its anticipated expenditure. Okay, this is balanced. Okay, depends upon the year estimated revenue and their expenditure also equal. So within a given year, how much revenue they earned. So it is equal to how much expenditure anticipated by the government. This is balanced budget. Understood? So what they saying here? It is a situation in which estimated revenue of the government during the year is equal to its expenditure. Okay? This is balanced. 2 mark question. So that the formula given here, see the government's estimated revenue equal to government's proposed expenditure. So expenditure equal to revenue or revenue equal to expenditure. Types of budget given here. Go through the types of budget. Deficit budget, balanced budget and surplus budget. Okay. Now we have to move the unbalanced budget. In balanced budget, we know that the estimated revenue of the government during a year is equal to the anticipated expenditure is called balanced. What about unbalanced? The budget is which revenue and expenditure are not equal. So this is a situation is called unbalanced budget. So that revenue and expenditure are not equal. Unbalanced budget is of two types. What are they? Surplus budget, deficit budget. Surplus budget means the excess. The name itself saying us. Surplus means excess. So the budget is a surplus budget when the estimated revenue of the year are greater than the anticipated expenditure. See here the formula given. Government estimated revenue is greater than the estimated expenditure. This is surplus budget. What about deficit budget? Deficit budget is not like surplus budget. It is one where the estimated government expenditure is more than the expected revenue. So here the expenditure will increase. So that this is called deficit budget. So government's estimated revenue lesser than the government's proposed expenditure. Understood? And budgetary procedure. What are the procedure when they are making budget? Budgetary procedure refers to the system through which the budget is prepared. Okay, when they are preparing the budget, how can they prepare? What are the rules and procedure they have to follow? So that budget is prepared, enacted and executed. How can they enacted and executed the budget, which is budgetary procedure. Preparation of the budget. So how can they making budget? For the making budget they want to prepare, isn't it? So that the preparation of budget is very, very important. The Ministry of Finance prepares the central budget every year. Okay, the Ministry of Finance, they only preparing the budget every year. At the state level, the finance department is responsible for the annual state budget. While preparing the budget, the following factors are taken into account. What are the points given here? The macroeconomic targets to be achieved within a planned period. So whatever the macroeconomic targets they decided, they determined the macroeconomic targets, which means objectives. It should be achieved within the year given period. The basic strategy of the budget should be here. The financial requirements of different projects will be there. They should mind. Estimates of the revenue expenditure, it includes defense expenditure, subsidies, interest payment on the debt, etc. These are all coming under the estimate of the revenue expenditure. Estimates of the capital expenditure, it includes development of railways, roadways, irrigation facilities, agricultural facilities, etc. And estimates of the revenue received from tax and non-tax revenues. Then estimates of capital received from the recovery of loans, disinvestment of public sector units, market borrowings, etc. So they should keep in mind while they are preparing budget. Estimates of the gap between revenue receipts and revenue expenditure. Okay, they should always concentrate the revenue received and revenue expenditure, and estimate of fiscal deficit, primary deficit and revenue deficit. Okay, these are the following factors are taken into account while they are preparing budget. Okay, students, today you learnt about budget, isn't it? So budget, its definition, types of budget, union budget and state budget, and components of budget, everything we discussed. Go through the video carefully. This is very important lesson. Okay, so you have to write all the topics, test and send to your paper, and also task completed message to the group.